guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel designed to help you, the trader. Last week, our Forex training involved candlesticks and candlestick patterns. This week, we're going to look at the news and how important the news is to move markets. As always, guys, if I could ask you to subscribe to the channel, Simply Forex, and like and share the video with your friends, okay? So, let's get started. Generally, guys, there are two types of traders. You have a fundamental traders or you have technical traders. Most people do a mixture of both. Myself, I am a technical trader. I look at price action, candlesticks, trends, to determine when and where to enter and exit trades. Whereas a fundamental trader is looking at things like the GDP of a country, or inflation, or job reports, or CPI data. Yeah, all of these pieces of news can move the market a large number of pips in a short amount of time. So although I am a technical trader, I would be mad, I would be a fool not to keep an eye on the news. So every morning without fail, I look at all the important news releases for that day. You must do this, because these can move the markets like that in a very short space of time and a large number of pips. Let's take a look at an example. So yeah, this chart, guys, is the Australian dollar against the US dollar. It's the H1 chart. So there was some big news coming out at 6 p.m. my time, which is 3 p.m. GMT, and the Fed, the chair of the Fed, so Powell, Fed Chair Powell, he spoke at 6 p.m. All right, so as you can see, all day the Australian dollar, not large amounts of movement, quite choppy throughout the day, and then bang, 6 o'clock, it goes from here up to here. It moves 50, 60 pips in a very short space of time. All right, and that is purely due to the news. All right, so I am a technical trader, but I have to be aware that that news is coming out. I could be shorting this, and then this would take my stop out. All right, guys, so very important to understand when that's coming out. So the Aussie dollar example is a perfect example of how news can move the market. So where do I find out when these news releases will be? All right, so what I use is this website. Yeah, so guys, this is the website I use, investing.com, and as you can see, these are all news releases, okay? A couple of things. So first of all, set it up so that it is for your time zone. So where I live, I am GMT plus 4 hours, all right? So I've set up my calendar for my time zone. So all of these times, yeah, are in my time. All right, so that's the first thing to set up. Then secondly, guys, we're not looking at every piece of news. Yeah, we're just looking at the important pieces of news. All right, so this is next week. All right, we're looking at next week. This is Monday the 30th of August next week. All right, so I'm looking for 3 stars. If you go down, all right, so on Monday we've got pending home sales. All right, 3 stars, so this is important news. All right, then we can go to Tuesday. Well, we've got some manufacturing figures coming out of China. All right, so this is 3 stars. This is important. And then we also have unemployment numbers coming out of Germany, or which will obviously impact the euro. All right, but again, 3 stars. And then more news coming out of the euro. We've got CPI, which is basically inflation. All right, and this is 3-star news. And yeah, at 4:30 my time, we've got the Canadian dollar. This is the gross domestic product, the GDP. All right, so these are all the major news releases I'm looking for. Not all of them, no, just the ones that have 3 stars. Right guys, so what's also very important with the news is this I'm going to show you. So this was Friday, okay? What I showed you before was next week's news, but this was actually Friday's news, all right? So this has been and gone. As you can see, you have, let's look at this. So this is an important one, retail sales coming out from Australia, okay? You can see it's 3 stars. So 3 stars means it's important news, okay? If we scroll down, the other 3-star news is Fed Chair Powell speaking, which I showed you how much it moved the Australian dollar. So on Friday, these were the 2 big pieces of news coming out. Look for the 3 stars, all right? Also what's important is, if we look at this one, you've got previous, so it was minus 1.8% previous. Then they do their forecasted figure, or what they expect the news release to be, which was minus 2.3, and then the actual figure that is released, and this was minus 2.7. So they put it in red because this was worse than expected. Okay, if for example it's in green, like these examples, it is better than expected. Okay, if the forecasted and the actual result or news release are very different, then this can have a bigger impact on price and move the Australian dollar, you know, a large number of pips. If it's only a small difference, or more or less the same, this will have less impact on the chart and moving the price.
Right, so guys, in summary, it is imperative, it is so important to know when the news is coming out, all right? And specifically the 3-star news that we looked at on investing.com. Yeah, this is going to move the market a large number of pips in a short amount of time, especially if there is a big difference between the forecasted news and the actual news. If there's a big difference there, this can really move the market. All right guys, so yeah, again, I hope this helps. This is something I look at every morning, and I suggest you do the same. All right guys, so I hope that helps. Again, like every week, please subscribe to the channel and like and share this video with your friends.